Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really fascinating essay that breaks down these 16 specific characteristics that take a teacher from just being good to being truly great.
So let's just start with this. I want you to think back for a second. Who was that one teacher who really changed things for you? What was it about them? Was it their passion, the way they explained things, or maybe just the way they made you feel? Okay, hold that thought because we're about to see what the research says. Because here's the thing, the source material for this explainer makes it super clear that it's never just one thing. Great teaching isn't some magic bullet. It's actually more like this complex, beautiful tapestry that's woven from 16 different but totally interconnected traits.
16. Yup, that's the key number. And we're going to explore all 16 of these characteristics. But they aren't just some random list. Nope. They're actually organized into 3 core pillars that build on each other to create the foundation for a teacher who can be genuinely transformative.
So let's jump right into our first pillar, the classroom architect. Think of these as the foundational traits. This is all about how a teacher designs and builds a safe, structured, and productive environment where every single student actually has a real chance to learn and thrive.
Just like any good architect, a great teacher has to start with a solid blueprint. The very first step? Establishing clear class control. That's really the bedrock of any classroom that actually works. Once that's in place, then they can provide purposeful direction in their lessons. And, of course, organize all their resources for maximum impact.
And let's be really clear about something. The source emphasizes that control does not mean being an authoritarian. Not at all. It's about creating a consistent, fair, and safe space where students can actually focus. That stability is the secret sauce that allows for effective, organized, and deliberate teaching to happen in the first place.
And you know, this architect mindset, it goes right down to the nitty-gritty details. The architect keeps precise records to make sure everything's fair and to track progress. And, this is critical, they set high but achievable expectations, all based on this core belief that every single student has the potential to succeed.
Okay, so the foundation is set, the room is built. Now we can move on to the second pillar, the master practitioner. So if the architect designs the building, the practitioner is the master craftsperson who's working inside, constantly honing their skills with real intellectual rigor.
A master practitioner has this deep expertise in what they're teaching, which means they can break down really complex ideas instead of just, reading from a book. They have a whole toolkit of different teaching techniques they can use to adapt to what different students need. And, maybe most importantly, they're lifelong learners themselves, always modeling that growth mindset.
But don't get the wrong idea. This isn't about being some kind of teaching robot. A master practitioner brings their own creativity, their humor, their personality into the lessons. They also build a sense of community and pride by turning the classroom into a living gallery that celebrates every student's hard work and achievement.
So, the teacher has built the structure, and they've mastered the craft. They are effective, for sure. But what is it that makes them unforgettable? Well, that brings us to our third and final pillar, the human connection.
Care lies at the heart of teaching. This simple quote from the source text just captures it perfectly. This is that essential human element. It's the genuine empathy and compassion that builds the emotional bonds that make students feel seen, feel valued, and feel truly supported.
And you can actually see this care pop up in a few key ways. It shows up as this contagious positive attitude that just makes the classroom a warm, encouraging place to be. It's the ability to stay calm and confident when there's a crisis, which makes students feel safe. And it's that dedication to creating a genuinely welcoming environment where every student feels like they belong.
And this culture of care, it doesn't just stop at the classroom door. It really extends to the entire school community. Great teachers model professionalism. They're loyal to their colleagues and to the school's mission. And that creates a culture of trust and stability for absolutely everyone involved.
All right, let's pull all these threads together now and see how these traits combine to create something that's a truly transformative force. So here it is, the big idea, the synthesis of it all. Those 3 pillars we talked about, the architect, the practitioner, and the human connection, they don't exist in a vacuum. A truly successful teacher becomes this incredible force for change by seamlessly integrating all 16 characteristics. They combine the structure of an architect, the skill of a practitioner, and the heart of a genuine human connection into one powerful whole.
And this really leaves us with one final big question. Now that we understand what makes a teacher so impactful, what's our role in all of this? How can we, as students, as parents, as community members, do a better job of supporting our teachers in nurturing these incredible traits that really do shape our future?